India's light combat aircraft, the LCA Tejas, on 23 August of 2023 successfully fired India's ASTRA indigenous beyond visual range anti-missiles off the coast of Goa. The Indian Defence Minister's statement said the missile release was successfully carried out from the aircraft at an altitude of about 20,000 feet. All the objectives of the test were met and it was perfect textbook launch, said in the statement. According to the Indian news media, the Indian Express, the ASTRA is a state-of-the-art BVR air-to-air missile engaged and destroyed highly maneuvering supersonic aerial targets. It is designed and developed by the Defense Research and Development Laboratory, or the drdl, the Research Center Emirate RCI, and the other laboratories of well-known Drdo of India. The Indian government on Thursday, August 24th of 2023, approved the capital acquisition proposal worth $950 million plus to enhance the operation capabilities of the Indian Armed Forces, according to the Indian news media CNBC TV 18. For the Indian Air Force, the Defense Acquisition Council has granted acceptance of the necessity for the procurement and installations of an electronic warfare suite Mi-17 V5 helicopters under the buy category, which will enhance the better survivability of the helicopters of the Indian Air Force. The electronic warfare suite will be procured from the Bharat Electronics Limited. Coming to the Indian Army, the Defense Acquisition has accorded acceptance of necessity for procurement of the ground-based autonomous system for mechanized infantry and armored regiments. The Indian Defense Acquisition has accorded acceptance of necessity for the procurement of weapons for MH-60R helicopters for the Indian Navy as well. The Indian Air Force has plans to place order for around 100 more LCA Mark1A fighter jets of Tejas. These jets will replace the MiG-21 fighter jets in its fleet, which has been submitted to the Indian Defence Ministry and all other stakeholders in the national security establishment, according to the Indian news media Economic Times of India. The Indian Air Force has decided that it would buy around 100 more of these LCA Mark1A fighter jets from the HAL. These proposals in this regard has been submitted to the Defence Ministry of India. The project is expected to receive the clearance soon to give the biggest ever boost to the private defense aerospace sector, the defense official said to the Indian news agency ANI. The order would mean that the LCA Tejas fighters would enter the Indian Air Force in very large numbers. The Indian Air Force will have 40 LCA, over 180 LCA Mark1A, and at least 120 LCA Mark II planes in the next 15 years. The last order for the LCA Mark1A was 83 aircraft, and the first plane would be delivered around February of 2024. The LCA Mark1A is an advanced version of the Tejas aircraft. According to the Indian news media Economic Times of India, the LCA Tejas Mark1A plane has more advanced avionics and radars than the initial 40 LCAs being supplied to the Indian Air Force. The indigenous content is the new LCA Mark1A is going to be more than 65%. The Hall of India had said the contractor twin-seaters will be delivered in the coming months. Further to the LCA Mk1 and 83 LCA Mk1A aircraft have also been contracted by the Indian Air Force in 2021. So what do you think? India's growing Made in India defense equipment helps its defense sector and the Indian military? US bomber to land in India this month. While India is preparing the Rafale jets to deliver nuclear missile against China and Pakistan. But why did India choose the French-built fighters out of a long list of combat aircraft available for them under the medium multi-role combat aircraft contract? Because the reason was due to the Rafale fighter jets' nuclear advantage. The 4+ generation twin-engine Canard delta-wing multi-role fighter jet has been designed as an omni-role fighter, which can perform nuclear deterrence missions. According to sources, the serial production variants of Russian 5th generation fighter jet, one of 4 of similar class in service around the world, is likely to be flown in for the India's Aero Show this year. While the Rafale fighter jet boasts a wide range of weapons and can also fulfill a host of missions, its ability to provide India with a nuclear advantage seemed to be an offer too good to be refused by India. The Rafale is considered on par with a European fighter jet, the Eurofighter Typhoon, also a 4th generation aircraft. But the fact that the Typhoons are produced jointly by Germany, Spain, Britain, and Italy, a need for multiple clearance from all these nations prompted the New Delhi to choose the French fighters instead. According to the Indian ambassador to France, one reason for the political decision in favor of the French Rafales because the French had no problem with the Rafale being modified to carry any nuclear payloads. Notably, India had chalked out plans to Rafales for long before the fighters arrived in the country. India continues to modernize its nuclear arsenal with at least 5 new weapon systems now under development to complement or replace the existing nuclear-capable aircraft, the land-based delivery system, and sea-based systems, according to new reports. India had already maintained 3 or 4 nuclear strike squadrons of Cold War vintage French-made Mirage 2000H and Jaguar IS-IB fighter jets. Despite the upgrades, the original nuclear bombers are getting old and India is probably searching for a modern fighter bomber that could potentially take over the air-based nuclear strike role in the future, said in a report. Rafales are a key component of France's nuclear force and are likely to replicate that role for India, as India gets sandwiched between the 2 nuclear hostile neighbors, China and Pakistan, who happens to be the Iron Brother. The French-made fighter jets would help the country to counter their rising aggression along the border. Besides the Russian jet, an American B-1 strategic bomber is likely to take part in the display as well. Flying in directly from the US base in the region, India has been steadily increased the number of US Virgin aircraft in the military in few decades. This is the second time the US Virgin strategic bomber will be visible at the Aero India, a sign for growing military ties and cooperation between the 2 nations in 2020 and 21. So what do you think of India making and upgrading the Rafale jets into delivery platform with nuclear missiles against its neighbors? Well, the US bomber is going to land in India for a sale pitch. Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.